Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rich, your host, and you're watching Owl's Nest Outdoors. Thanks a lot for coming back around. Today we're going to go ahead and start our build for my 700 subscriber giveaway. We started off with Henry Vines, which we finished, and now we are working on Darren's. Darren is from Kansas, and when he contacted me, he let me know he does a lot of pond fishing for largemouth bass and wipers. And you totally threw me off on that one, Darren. I have no clue what a wiper was. So I actually thought maybe it is a fish, so I looked it up. It is a fish. It's actually a mix between a striper, a striped bass, and a white bass. And I was surprised to hear that they grew up to 24 inches and up to 12 pounds. So Darren, we're going to switch some things up for you a little bit. We're going to switch out those Neds because a lot of the pond fishing, I think you're going to get caught up in the bottom a lot. I'm going to throw some in extra for you though. And we're going to move those Neds over and we're going to replace those with some more split tail shads for you. We'll get into that later. So tonight we're going to go ahead and start off with your 5-inch stick worm and your 4.1 action worm for drop shotting. And we'll go ahead and get those started. So we'll move over to the bench and we'll see what colors I've chose since he gave me full control over that. All right, let's get going. All right, we can get started now. We got the plastisol ran through the vacuum chamber. Then we went ahead and heated it up. It has to be up over 350 degrees to make sure it gets to that temperature so it gels up right. Now it's coming down and we're going to add our color. The first one for your stick worm is going to be green pumpkin. It is the #1 catching fish color out there, so we want to make sure that you have all the primary great colors that are there. So green pumpkin. My recipe for a full cup is 40 drops. This is a half, so we're going to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so 20 drops of the green pumpkin 109 by Lureworks. We're going to follow that up with 1/8 of the Lureworks Black Hex 0.040 and also the Lureworks Black 0.015. Let's get this mixed up and see what we look like here. That's what it look like. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. All right, I'm going to get it warmed up. Well, first we're going to stick it through the vacuum chamber, then we're going to go ahead and warm it up and get a shot. Bring it back for the demolding. All right, it's cooled down now, so let's get this opened up and see what this green pumpkin looks like. Very nice. Get these in the tray. All right, now for our 4.1 action worm, which is, I use it a lot in the drop shotting. We're going to give you another very, very popular color, one that's used all over the country and catches fish. We're going to do watermelon red. So we're going to use the Lureworks Watermelon 101. We're going to do 20 drops of that because we have a half a cup. Drops. This watermelon mixed in, and we'll throw some flake in there. All right. Now we're going to start off with the Lureworks just like we did before, the 0.040 hex black, and that is in 1/8 of a teaspoon. going to go with the black again, and this is the .015, the small stuff. We're going to do a 1/16 of this. And we're also going to be throwing in Lureworks Fire Red. It's a .025, so it's like a medium-sized flake. A little different size than we've been using. We're going to use a 1/16 of this as well. You don't need much. This bigger flake is nice too. I think it shows the red off a little better. Let's get this all mixed in. Gives you a nice watermelon red. That red just stands out. All right, let me get it all sent through the vacuum chamber, heat it back up, shot, and we'll bring you back for the demolding. All right, let's go ahead and get this opened up for you. That is watermelon red. If you guys can see that. Get them on the tray. All right, guys, we are back down in the bait shop, and we're going to continue with the build. It's day number 2, and we're going to start off with the crawl. We're making 4 crawls for Darren, and we're going to continue with the most popular colors. So you saw me build this with Henry in the stick bait. We're going to use it in the cross for Darren, and that is black and blue flake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 20 drops of Lureworks Black 103. We're going to be adding in the Royal Blue Hex .040, and we're going to add in an 1/8 teaspoon of that. We're going to go ahead and get that mixed up, and we're going to add the sparkle flake in at the end. Due to its very temperature sensitive materials, you just can't go wrong with black and blue flake. You know, it's normally known for a dark stained water, overcast kind of day, but do not hesitate using this in a clear day, clear water. Still gets used and bit a ton. Just a great color. Let's see what our temperature is. 305. We're going to go ahead and add the sparkle flake, and then we'll warm it up, send it through the vacuum chamber. All right, we're gonna get it warmed up, sent through the vacuum chamber, and we'll shoot it and bring you back for the demolding. All right, let's get this crawl opened up. There we go. Everything's shot nicely, the legs, all the appendages. Very nice. All right, guys, we're working on our final bait. This is going to be the split tail shad, 3.75 inch. We're going to put these in replacement of the Neds, but we're still going to give them a couple Neds to try out. With these wipers, I think this is going to be a great option for you. It's something I used to catch just a ton of bass on, smallmouth, largemouth out in Lake St. Clair before I started making my own baits. And we're going with Strike King's Baby Z2 Smoking Shad. We're going to go ahead and try to resemble that one, or color match it. So let's get started. Right off the bat, let me grab one of these for us. Take a look at this little color, and if you can see, We got some silver flake in the top, small blue flake with the smoke color, and then we're down to a pearl bottom. We're going to change it up a little bit. Our pearl bottom is going to be diamond blue, so it'll have a little bit of blue highlights into it. We're going to use the sparkle blue instead of the blue 0.008 looks like, and we are going to use the same silver. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to need our black for our smoke color. We're going to start off with just 2 drops. We want it kind of light, so 2 drops. That's going to be perfect. Alright, now we're going to go with the Lureworks silver. It's a hex 0.008. It looks like there's a good amount in there, so we're going to go with a 16th, a full 16th. See where that gets us. A little bit goes a long ways with this small stuff. That looks perfect. Let's go with the sparkle blue now. This is the 0.15 sparkle blue. We're going to go with the 16th. Maybe a little bit more. I think we nailed it. That's all set. Now we're going to move over to our diamond pearl. We take a look at this bait again. It's kind of translucent diamond, the pearl. So we're going to be careful building this color up. I don't want to go too thick with it. So we're going to start off like a 16th. You might add some diamond, just straight white in here too, just a regular diamond pearl. These pearls take a while to get mixed up. It's powder. This is the nice thing about making your own baits. You can now customize it how you want this bait. We'll be able to choose which way we like it better, the original or this. We're going to throw some white in there. Normal diamond pearled white, just a tiny bit. Looks much better. All right, I'm gonna get these warmed back up, send them through the vacuum chamber, and we'll get them shot and bring you back for the opening. All right, as it's cooling off, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the blending block to see what our colors look like. We're going to end up with a good match. Let's take a look at that compared to the actual bait. Might have went a little darker on the black on the top. That looks good. Well guys, I got a little ahead of myself and pulled them out. Take a look. Looks really good. I'm gonna get them on the tray. You can see I got a little darker smoke on the top than the Strike King does, the baby Z2, but I think a pretty damn good match. I hope you like them there, Darren. I hope they do well for those wipers and the bass.